Hello to my beautiful people. How is it going? Happy Thursday, Leo full moon day. I hope everybody is having a magical experience today in this very illuminated full moon energy. I know that it has definitely felt very illuminating. This is all about really shining the light down on your habits and patterns and things in your life that have had, energetic consumption. So things that have taken up your energy in ways that may have, not been 100% in alignment with the actual frequency that is moving you forward. So if that's the case for you, then this energy may feel more illuminated. We also have Mercury going into retrograde. We have Saturn, Uranus, and Jupiter in Aquarius, and the Sun is in Aquarius. And on the 1st, when Venus goes into Aquarius, that's going to be a stellium. That means 5 planets will be in Aquarius energy. So what does that mean? It means that things are going to feel pretty heightened. So if you can, kind of navigate this energy and really be able to see things from the bigger perspective, which is really what that Aquarius energy is all about, really being very cerebral and, thoughtful and managing your mind in a way that is healthy, then I think, yeah, get it. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be really pivotal for you to be able to ground yourself in your heart energy and your heart coherence to really be able to feel into all these experiences without necessarily losing your grip. So Leo represents the inner fire of an individual and the true authenticity which they creatively express. So are you being your true authentic self? And are you doing that in a way that is enthusiastic and heart-centered happiness? And Leo loves to be recognized for who they are and all that they are giving. So really recognizing parts of yourself, you will be able to see the things that need to come to the light. So at the time of the full moon, which was a couple of hours ago on the Pacific, it was at 11:15 Pacific time, so we're just a couple hours from there. The Sun is in the opposition sign of Aquarius, and it's in conjunction with Jupiter, and Mercury and Saturn are also transitioning Aquarius, creating a stellium of the planets of these humanitarian signs. The Moon opposing the planets in Aquarius creates a T-square to Mars, Uranus, and the black moon, Lilith. These squares are tense aspects to troublesome trio to the fixed to the fixed signs. So it is important to remain grounded in a heart space, yes, in order to avoid any distractions from the surrounding dramas that may unfold around you. So behaviors based on ruling principles. So this is the critical piece here. Base your behaviors on the ruling principle of love. And that is really what is the unprecedented way to manage during this time of change. So Saturn provides stability and support of these new ideas and expressions. Just really, this is what I'm getting. And all of the work that I've done lately is really just coming from your heart, really developing compassion, really seeing the things about yourself that really need to come to the light in a way that is compassionate, and really not getting caught up in anything that isn't worth your time, taking really good care of yourself and really being mindful to the energies around you, really, being your true authentic self is what will help you with being able to navigate uncertainty while we're transitioning through all these energetic portals, okay? So, wow. A little long-winded there. So anyways, you guys, Really anchor into your heart. Really allow yourself to be truthful to your true, authentic nature. Trust yourself and really allow this energy to help you see some things about yourself that might be interfering with your ability to maintain your authenticity. Okay? All right. See where we go with this. White Raven Spirit, trust the magic, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Bat Spirit, rebirth is assured. Giraffe Spirit, see the bigger picture. So we are rebirthing. We are going through this rebirth. I have heard, we're all going through this right now. We're all in this space of rebirth, and we're all in this space of change. And if we can see things from the broader perspective of where we're headed, we'll be able to navigate these energies unscathed. So like I was saying, really allowing this Leo full moon energy to highlight the aspects of yourself that really need to be brought to the surface so that you can really continue to stand powerfully in knowing you're developing your true authentic nature, and you are really trusting in the divine magic of where you're headed. So if you're not doing any sort of spiritual practice right now, taking something like that on would probably be very useful for you in order to continue to come into your own truth and power. But one of the things that I'm getting really clear about is that it's 100% about your internal state that is reflective of what's happening in your external world. So if you aren't doing meditation, now is the time to really create a space for that to happen. Because when you're in your meditation is when you have the opportunity to really overcome what emotional experiences, condition response, you have found yourself in a loop around, and really see things from the bigger Aquarian energy, bigger picture about who you are becoming, and then develop the relationship to that energy, develop the relationship to that becoming, and continue to practice it, continue to become that. Like anytime, like with athletes, they don't just become athletes, they practice and they practice. Like I want to get my golf swing down because I want to be a better golfer, so I have to practice. I want to be a snowboarder, I got to practice. I want to take salsa, I have to practice. It's all about developing the ability to practice becoming who you're becoming. So if you want to be, you want to read, you want to be a better reader, you got to practice. You got to keep reading the books to keep practicing your, ability to keep reading. So this is all about how you see the bigger picture of who you becoming, overcoming whatever obstacles are in the way of that energy by really addressing whatever mindset interferes with you becoming who you want to be, and then develop the idea of who you're going to be and start practicing that being, okay? If that resonated, awesome. It was a lot of circling in my thought process, but it tracked to me. I hope it did to you as well. Okay, so let's see. Where are we headed here? I think you have maybe questioned decisions that you've made about your past, and I think it's important to know that trust the decisions that you made. Trust yourself. Be really grounded in knowing that you made the best decisions for your best and highest good. If you weren't, as long as you're, just trust that, okay? And allow for the rebirth to happen, and make sure you're able to really take some space to see the bigger perspective here, okay? All right, let's see where we're going here. Let us see. On this illuminating full moon. I saw it last night, you guys. It was giant and beautiful. I didn't take a photo. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Learning some new things, yes. And really learning some new things about your habits, about your ways of being. Page of Pentacles, Devil. Really doing a lot of work on yourself to see this. This is, okay, yes. Justice, balance, beautiful. Five of Pentacles, really seeing that lack, that mentality, that loss. High Priestess, awakening, 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, strength, overcoming this. Yes, 5 of Cups. Okay. What is this 5 of Cups here for? Okay. All right. So really learning some new things about your own ways of being. And you've worked really hard to really cultivate that space for yourself. And you are seeing how you're balancing whatever loss and lack you've been operating from. Because you can't create when you're operating in a space of need. That's a survival energy. That's a survival mechanism to cope with the external stimuli. You think that somehow if the external changes, then the internal will change. Well, it's actually the reverse. So by really creating and cultivating the internal coherence of brain and heart, mind and body, internal balance of who you are becoming is really what is going to help you see this lack mindset that you've been operating from. Like, I need to do this. Those are survival. You can't create anything when you're in that space. When you're in a space of creation, you're in a higher vibrational frequency and you're just being. You're being whole. You're being love. And in that space, you magnetize things into your space. When you're in a space of lack and need, you repel things. It's like harder for things to come into your space because you're not magnetizing it, because you're reaching for it. You're reaching through matter to matter, which takes longer than allowing for things to come to you, okay? And you're really using your internal truth and wisdom to really see what has trapped you, what has kept you in a mindset of victimization, what has kept you in a mindset of hurt and survival, okay? You're overcoming that though. The hope is that you will, but the reality is that you are. You are doing that. If this reading is resonating and you're actually doing this work to really take a good look at your habits and your patterns and your ways of being, if you're actually doing that, then you are doing the work to actually overcome this energy. And there might be some real realizations about who you've been being that you might experience as disappointing because they may have interfered in your ability to actually really create some things for yourself that you've really, in your mind, wanted to create. Yesterday on a walk, I was really confronted with some things that I had not really saw as clearly as I did yesterday about that I had created in my life. Things about, I had it that I was in a really good space and things came to me and this and that. And that was somewhat the case. That was part of the case. And because I was in such a really whole space when I was creating these things, I wasn't able to see the flaws and what was coming in. So I actually did create some things in my life that I wasn't able to see clearly because I wasn't completely looking, because I was focusing on continuing to create wholeness in myself. When you are in a complete space of wholeness, you will see anything that isn't in alignment with that. And you will be able to then peacefully, confidently, respectfully know that those aren't the things that are meant for you. You will be able to just continue to navigate on your journey without trepidation, without stress, without angst. You'll just know internally what is for your best and highest good. Your brain and your heart will be working together, mind and body, okay? Brain, heart, coherence. what's happening is that you are successfully seeing commitments that you've made that have not been truly in alignment with where you're going. And what you're seeing now is the heartache and cycle of burden that has put you in. And you're really getting grounded in your heart, which will move you forward in a balanced way that will help you learn some new things about your mind, okay? About the way you think about things, about your mindsets, your habits, your patterns, okay? What you are addicted to, whether it be literally sadness, victimization that you might not necessarily see, martyrdism. I think you follow me. What is it that you find yourself, if somebody were to say, in my case, Adrienne, I would say this about Adrienne from an outside perspective. She's this. Maybe look at the things that you aren't as comfortable with hearing. Like, what are the lower vibrational frequencies that you have a hard time grappling with? I guess in my case, somebody would say she can be a little impatient. I can be a lot impatient. Maybe that would be something that I need to bring to the surface. Maybe who I'm being is impatient. Maybe people associate with impatience with my being, and that's part of my personality. And if I don't want that to be part of my personal reality anymore, I have to change my personality. Okay, so let's see where we go with this. What are the blocks here? Ten of Cups, Five of Swords, Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. The block is that you have confusion is self-defeating. How do you experience, how does love feel for you? And being confused about how love really is what is the block here. Getting really clear about what does love mean for you? What exactly, how do you qualify that in a way that is very real, honest, authentic? Some people qualify love as pleasure. That's not necessarily love, that's pleasure. That's a different experience. When I get my nails done, that gives me pleasure. That's not love. When you have relationships that aren't necessarily the healthiest relationships for you, but there's good sexual chemistry, that's not love, that's pleasure. That's not really what love is. Love is so gratifying and unconditional, and when you're in a space of wholeness, you don't need and you don't want anything. You're okay with everything being just the way it is. That's love. That's wholeness. Okay? And you're really seeing how your confusion about what does it mean to be whole and independently yourself has been a self-defeating experience for you. Not being clear with yourself about how to be whole with yourself and your own person is what has blocked you from actually creating and manifesting into your space what it is that you desire. So let's see. Messages from your higher self here. Knight of Wands, Five of Wands, King of Wands. That's kind of good. So really moving through conflicting messages about how to really stand grounded in your own authority and your own inspiration and what inspires you and what you're passionate about. So really being able to create wholeness within inside you is going to give you the experience, the know-how, the wherewithal to see what does grounded, passion, inspired, stable you look like. Okay? By creating that space for yourself and getting really clear about that internal wholeness, then you'll stand powerfully in your authenticity. Okay, let's see, where are we going here? King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, Moon, or Eight of Cups. Okay, this is lovely. So really getting grounded in stability, trusting yourself, taking good care of yourself. There's a lot of masculine energy here. Oh, there is the Queen of Cups is here. And Libra. 1, 2, 3. 3 kings. I got 3 kings here. So really getting grounded in that strong Leo masculine strength to really stand powerfully in your truth, taking really good care of yourself, really manifesting what you want and walking towards what your options are related to being grounded emotionally is really what's going to open up this space. So really being able to ground in your really high vibration emotional state of being. So love, joy, happiness, healthy, stable. All the things that, healthy mind and body, healthy, no need. You won't need anybody or anything to satisfy you. You will be completely whole and satisfied with yourself. You will be completely grounded emotionally, and you won't even be thinking about anything else. You'll just be being that. You'll just be being that energy. And in that space, that is when whatever you want will come to you. Okay? Whatever you want. However you want to go in your life, whatever direction you want to create, whatever manifestation you want, whatever new life you're cultivating, you will manifest that when you're in your state of wholeness. When you're able to get beyond yourself, get beyond space, time, and body, when you're able to get beyond the matter of the matter and overcome whatever emotion is in the way of you developing your new being. Okay? So let's see. Time to go, baby. Here and now. Fork in the road. It's time to go, but be here now. Be present. It's time to move forward in your life while being present, because there is now a fork in the road. There is now an opportunity for change. You're going to have to make some decisions. How you do that is not based on the past. It's based on being in the here and now, right here in the middle here. Be here and now, so you can manifest the future based on the future, not on the past. If the past is what got you here, hallelujah, praise Jesus. That's what happened. But to go forward, relying on the past to create the future will give you more of the past. So then what you really need to do, the only thing that's uncertain, is the here and now. So if you want to be here and now, and really cultivate the kind of life you want for yourself, and really create some magical things, learning about whatever has kept you from actually creating that is what needs to happen, so that you can overcome those things and then see who you want to be in the future from the here and now, and create that by being that. Okay? All right. Sweet. Okay, you guys, I hope that there was a message in this reading for you. Don't always try to shoehorn yourself in every reading. It's not your reading. This is a powerful reading. I think this is amazing. This has been the theme. It's like all about learning about yourself. This Aquarius energy is really shining a light down on how to really see things about yourself, learning things about yourself, your cycles, your habits, your patterns, your emotional states of being, your personality, all of those things. This is the opportunity to really address those things, overcome them, continue to do the work to do that. And then, while being present in the here and now, create what's next. Okay? I love it. All right, you guys. I'll see you again.